What is up, folks? Bristol Gaming back with another episode of 7 Days to Die Mods Weekly, the show where we help you figure out what mods are good for you. Before we jump into anything this week, though, I want to take a second to say thank you to everybody who has liked and subscribed to the work. It does help out a bunch. But now we're going to go ahead and jump into our first mod, and our first mod is called Craft Jail Doors by Donovan. And what this does is it brings back jail doors from the creative menu. So normal vanilla gameplay, you can only get the jail doors and stuff either buying them from a trader or through the creative menu. But what this does is you can actually come here to a workbench, you type in, don't type in what I typed in, you type in jail. So here's the materials you need. You need some forged iron, you need spring, you need mechanical parts. But you get doors and bars. Now I have some here, I'm gonna go ahead and pull these down. But the reason I like this mod so much and the reason I'm recommending it is because when you build a base like I've got here, I've got bars up there and I've got a door here with, oops, sorry. Ignore that. Come on, close. Yeah. But see, you can block off entryways and stuff. And then if you've got, concrete around, it's got 2,500 HP. Your concrete's got 5,000. So how zombies path in this game, they're automatically going to path towards the door because it's got the less HP over the concrete. Now, this is reinforced concrete. If you have just regular concrete, they're going to path towards, whatever's weakest. So if you've got a door that's got some hit points missing, that's kind of where they're going to go. But if you upgrade it to steel, the concrete to steel, it has even more hit points. So you guarantee zombies are going to come towards this door. And let me show you real quick why I like this. So some people like having bases where, hey, I didn't want her in here with me. That was stupid. Sorry, guys. Let me try that one more again. So I'm going to spawn in a couple of nurses here. So I know some people, like Glock 9, myself, and a few others, if you like an involved horde base where you actually have to fight the zombies and stuff, you like having a little hallway that, you fall back, you have hatches down. Well, I like this because, one, you can shoot through them. They have, similar HP to the hatch here. A little bit more HP than the hatch, depending upon how high you upgrade it. But also, they block a little bit better, so you can actually have a little bit more freedom on how you move. But now I'm going to go ahead and get these ladies coming towards me. Come towards me. Hey. There we go. Okay, she's here. If I can shoot her in the head. See, you can actually shoot through these doors. And see, now if you, depending upon how you build a base, you can actually put hatches. See how she's hitting that hatch? You can actually still melee like this. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spawn in just a couple more. See how they're coming at me? Now see if I back up, they'll still sit there and attack, but I'm safe. So this actually gives you a little bit better flow through on how, like, having a fallback point. You can still have the hatches down, but then you have this, we're like, oh crap, I'm getting overwhelmed really bad. You fall back, you put that up, and then you just, spray down. And then, once you've thinned out the horde a bit or you've taken care of some, problems or what have you, you come out, you start swinging again. It makes it a little bit easier to deal with hordes, at least I think it does. It makes it a little bit more fun. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next one. Alright folks, so our next mod is called Zombiepedia Skill Points by ShoudenKalferas, and this is a really cool mod. I'm recommending this because it's server side, just like the last one was. But the reason I'm recommending this is because it has a lot of really helpful tips that either people just don't think about, you've been playing for a long time, you've forgotten, or you're a really new person and you don't know it to begin with. Now, I'm just here in a building, you run through, you're looting, you come over here, you find a bookshelf. And you come in and you find books. You can find them in bookshelves, you can find them almost anywhere else which you'll normally find a book. So I've actually spawned all of these in, so I'm going to go ahead and take, instead of doing it one by one, I'll just take them all. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and click education. Now I'm going to click read. And this is why I like this. So it gives you a list of stuff here, a list of, little tips and stuff like that. But after you read this, it also gives you 2 skill points. So it's really cool for, early game, or, you're playing on a really hard server or something like that, or you're just really new. You don't want to wait until you're level 200 before you've got everything maxed out. You want to play around with builds and stuff. This gives you an option to do a little bit more, I think, a little bit earlier. But you come here, you read this, and like tip 5 is or volume 5 is education. 5.1 is connecting two or more motion detectors in series, daisy chain, will activate output if any of them detects motion. This is useful for automated garage doors. There's a lot of really cool tips like this scattered throughout these, because what Shouden did was Shouden got on Reddit and asked in the 7 Days to Die Reddit tips and tricks and stuff like that. Now, a ton of people have gone through and given tips like this, so Sheldon has given credit where credit is due for all these people. Like, watch this one. You've got ShoudenKalferas here for a tip that they came up with. Devitt, unbridled disappointment here. Beds are great sources for pipes and springs. Now, not everybody knows these things. Not everybody has all this information. And this is really good, especially if you go through all of them, because it actually does show up here in your journal. You look at, I'll just actually type in, if I can spell. I don't know how to spell, folks. I'm really sorry about that. But like, look here. You've got all these like different people have come in and given tips. Like, you've got, building materials, blood moon, education, harvesting resources. Like, there's just so much information here. Firewood could be harvested from some houses. This is low durability and yields a huge amount of wood, which is true. But not everybody knows that, or not everybody thinks about that's an easy, quick way as opposed to chopping down a tree to get wood. Or use an axe with a digger mod, and you can get the same amount of materials from pallets as you would with a shovel, but you're not having to have that shovel on you. Now, or you can even use a pick with a digger mod, and that's, a lot of people don't think about these things. Or if it's, they're new, they might not know these things. It's stuff like that that's just like super helpful, that I think really benefits especially early people or early game stage stuff, to get those extra skill points and just those tips and tricks that you might not know. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next one. Alright, folks, so our next mod is called Harry's Better Supply Drops, and this one, just like Valmar's Buff Supply Drops, increases the loot availability inside the airdrops. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I play, I typically don't go for the airdrops. They're just not worth it, especially late game. They really don't have that much in there. But what this mod does is, sorry, I had to stop and kill that guy. He gave me a dirty look earlier. You guys didn't see it. But what this mod does is it gives a chance to get bicycle parts. It gives more ammo, more clothes, stuff like that inside of the airdrops than what you would normally find. And the reason I like this is because, like, there's more here than what's normal. It also gives more challenges, which you can use to get skill points and stuff like that. Like, it just gives more. It's just better overall. And it's going to take a really long time to get that one. So I'm going to zoom through. Look at how fast I am. I'm going to run over here to this one. And the reason I like these that buff the supply drops is, like I said, late game stage stuff, I don't typically go for the supply drops. They're just not worth it. It's a pain in the butt. Usually there's nothing in there that I want to get. Oop, I can get up to that one. I know I can with these special boots. Hey, come on. Yeah, here we go. So let's see what I get. Some decent stuff. Got a schematic for our iron sledge, some good military leg armor, some decent stuff. Like, typically it's not going to be that good. And that's why I like this mod, is because it does increase the chance that you're going to get better stuff from the supply drops. Because it sucks being late game stage stuff, or just being, having played for a really long time, airdrop comes down and it's just not worth it. Like, if you watch any of Glock 9's games, or Vertigo's, or any of these other guys who play a whole bunch, they really don't go for them, because it's just not worth it. Like, you can get most everything you'll need through a little bit of trader stuff or looting houses, but with these mods, it does help, especially if you don't like playing on nightmare mode without just a little bit of help. Not a crutch, not a handicap, help. There's a difference. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next one. Alright, folks, so our next mod is called Harry's Vehicle Mods, and this thing is awesome. Just like the last one, Bobby Lee did a really great job on this one. This one is even better than the buff supply drops, though, because this one really fixes up the vehicles. It does something that the Fun Pimps should have done a long time ago, but why they didn't, I have no idea. But this mod adds something like 32 or almost 40 different vehicle mods. And what I mean by that is, like, I'm going to look at this chest here. Look at all these different vehicle mods. Now, most of these are for the bigger vehicles, like the 4x4. The 4x4 has far and away more mods than the other stuff. But this chest here has vehicle mods for the motorcycle, the mini bike, augers, chainsaws. Just it really changes what it does. But I'm gonna come here to this 4x4 and look at this. So look at the speed on that 4x4, 68 meters per second. That's fast as crap. That's the normal speed, 20. I'm gonna go ahead and re-equip what I took off back to 68. It does kind of cause it to, like, if you look at this one, it does up the fuel consumption quite a bit, but you can use different mods to decrease the fuel consumption. I'm gonna get in this. Ooh, I should probably open the door first. Let me do that. You guys didn't see that. Ignore that. You didn't see me almost oh no, my Jeep is broken. Oh wait, I have a repair kit on me. Repair. There we go. There we go. Check this out. Now, it doesn't seem like it's a whole heck of a lot faster than what it was, but it is. Trust me on that. It is faster than what the old ones were. It's a little bit more fuel efficient, and you can almost completely forego speed in favor of fuel efficiency and then almost never have to refuel again. That's why this mod is so good, because oh, I ran over some traps. That's why I'm on fire. Boy, this is just going all kinds of wonky, isn't it? I'm gonna blame the weather outside. It's freaking frightfully cold here where I live. Colder than it's been in a long time, and it's actually colder where I'm at than it is in freaking Anchorage, Alaska, which is just tickling me pink, I think. It's just freaking hilarious. Oh, come on. I don't like these plates. I can't park the Jeep right. Ah, well, that's fine. But that's why this thing is so cool, because like with these mods I've got in my inventory here, you can actually focus on what's going to give you the most fuel efficient vehicle you could possibly get. And it's going to give you the ability to rarely have to fill up on fuel. And that's why I think it's just freaking amazing, because you can do the same thing for augers and for chainsaws, because those things are gas whores. Like, I hate using the auger just because of how much gas it sucks. But this thing is cool. This mod is cool because you can put some of these things here inside an auger, and it really reduces the fuel consumption. Some of them do, at least I should say. Like this one's minus 40. You know, like you can really make these things work great. Like Bobby Lee has done just a fantastic job with this mod. Like it's become a staple when I play. Like I almost always have to have this going just because of the efficiency that it adds to vehicles and tools. But with that, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the last one. All right, folks, so our last mod is Telric's Fishing, and this is a fun mod. Telric just does really fun, quirky little mods. Like this one is just a fun one because it's a simple, relaxing thing, but it does give you an alternate source of food, and it's just a fun little activity. You know, you're in the zombie apocalypse. Like, why would you not want to go fishing? Like, I know for me, fishing is relaxing as hell, so of course, you know, I'm going to want to do it in a game too. So I'm going to type in fishing. So what you do, you come here, you have these materials, you craft yourself a fishing pole. You grab your fishing pole, put it down here on your toolbar, and then you come here, and then you cast. Now you see that? If a fish hits, I'll hit F a bunch of times, reel it in, I'll get a fish. If a fish doesn't bite, then I don't get a fish. It's kind of easy, just like fishing in real life. Sometimes you get a fish, sometimes you don't. Okay, so I didn't get a fish there. Try it again. Come on, give me a fish. Give me a fish. Let me show these cool people how fishing works, besides just showing a bobber floating in my face. Oop, there we go. So now I just hit F. Oh, I didn't get it. Come on, we can try it again though. Come on, give me a fish. Give me a fish. Any kind of a fish, give me a fish. Give me a fish. Come on. Give me a fish. I need a fish. Come on, I can get it. Come on, I can get it. Yeah, I caught a fish. Cool. Oh, sorry, I forgot. You got to right click to get the fish. Bah, I have a fish now. And then you type in that, take the fish to a fire, you get a grilled fish fillet. That's why I like this. Now, you know, it doesn't add just a ridiculous amount of stuff to the game, but it does add just something kind of fun to me, at least. Like, just I play Elder Scrolls Online, and I play World of Warcraft, and I play Final Fantasy 14 and stuff like that. Like, I play these games just to relax and goof off and stuff. And for whatever reason, to me, like Final Fantasy 14, I fish in that more than I do anything else. Like my fishing in Final Fantasy 14 is like level 60 or 70 right now, and my combat classes are like in the 30s and 40s. Like I love just doing the fishing and stuff. To me, it's stupid fun. Like I don't know why I enjoy doing crap like that in this game. And in ESO, I do the same thing. I just fish. And when I saw this mod, I was like, hell yeah, I gotta have it. This thing is awesome. I love Telric just does such great little mods. It's really cool. I think you guys are gonna enjoy this. It's a fun little way to pass time in the apocalypse. But with that, folks, we are done for the week. Remember, if you like the content, go ahead and like and subscribe. I've had fun with this. Thank you guys for being here as long as you have. I hope you all have had fun. Take it easy. Stay warm. We'll see you next time.